All rise for our national anthem.
Did your Twitter fucking Andes come at me and say, bro, why are you excited for a 2-person studio? I'm fucking excited because they make better shit than a fucking AAA studio. Shut the literal fuck up and go die. Go enjoy Anfang, you fucking foul cretin.
And that's exactly what we are going to be doing today. Hello, everybody, and welcome to Vanguard Zombies. This game gets a lot of hate from people. And to an extent, I can understand. But, and that is a big but, I think a lot of people are too harsh on Vanguard, where like people will be like, oh, it's Vanguard, and then write it off completely, regardless of whether or not they've played it or not. I've played a lot of Vanguard. I think I'm playing on PC right now, because I need room on my PS5, but I think on PS5 I have like well over 500 hours on this game, and that's split between multiplayer and zombies. I do really like the multiplayer, but that's a different story. But my goal for these next 4 episodes, we are going to play all of the Vanguard maps, and we are going to talk about them, the bad, of course, and also what they do right, because I am a believer of giving these maps and this game the chance to prove themselves of whether or not they're actually as terrible as people say they are. So we're going to jump into Anfang, the first map. When this came out, it was barren. It was bad. There were only 3 objectives, no pack-a-punch camo, no ray gun. It just had no replayability. But tons of updates later, I think that this is a lot better than it was before. As you're about to see, as soon as this loads, here we go. I kind of have Dark Ether. Yeah, I was grinding this. Hi, Craft.
Open all barriers so we can stop Oberfuhrer von List.
Okay.
The enemy of the demons you bonded.
Oh, that is loud. I am so sorry. Oh, and I just realized I can't pause the game. So, hopefully I don't die. Or, no, yeah, I can pause the game. I forgot. This game launched with no pause button either, even on solo. But they did eventually fix that. Here we go. So, yeah, so we open the map by doing objectives, and when you do an objective, you get a demon heart, which you can use on the Altar of Covenants to get kind of like buffs to your character, or you can use it on the what is this, the Tome of Rituals, to upgrade your ability. Like, I'm running Frost Blast right now, because that's honestly one of the best that you can do. So we have Blitz, Sacrifice, Harvest. Let's start with Harvest. We have a box right here, but there's really no reason to hit the box. Okay. You can exfil after a certain amount of rounds. So I'm trying to explain, like, it's hard. It's hard to explain. Oh, we're in Shino Numa. Ooh. It's been a hot minute since I played Vanguard, so it's gonna take a little bit in order for me to adjust. Yes. Yep, they're babbling. Nice. So, he's dead. So, a lot of people criticize Vanguard on having, like, first of all, it not being round-based, at least the first 2 maps. Just like what I said in Outbreak, I'm okay with Treyarch experiencing with modes that aren't necessarily your standard round-based when we are, when it's not their year. and like they're making a game for someone else's game, if that makes sense. Like, I don't like it how Treyarch is taking dev time, or like Activision is taking dev time away from Treyarch to pull them into another game. I really don't like that, but if they have to do it, then I'm fine with them experimenting like this. It just sucks when like they get pulled away halfway through BO4's life cycle to make Cold War, and then they get pulled away halfway through Cold War's life cycle to make Vanguard, and then they get pulled away halfway through Modern Warfare 3's life cycle to work on Gulf War, or whatever the next Treyarch game is called. It's just a pain, and if they would just have the respective studios make a zombies game for their own game, then this wouldn't be a problem. But yeah. I will say a lot of these objectives are kind of boring when starting off the game, since there's like barely any zombies, are just kind of walking. But I will say the difficulty does ramp up if you get into the higher rounds. Oh, double points. Boom, baby. Skadoosh. Okay. One positive thing that I can confidently say with my whole chest, I love the art style in this game, especially during Anfang. Like, you see all the reds and the blacks and the purples. It looks so pretty. I absolutely love it. Like, the graphics themselves, I would say, is a notable downgrade from Cold War, and I don't really know why that is. But I will say this map looks absolutely beautiful, and I don't think anyone can really argue that. Okay, let's talk about the perk system. In Cold War, we had a system where you would get crystals outside of the match, and you can upgrade all your perks and your equipment and your artifacts, or your whatever you call your specialists, outside of the game. But in Vanguard, you do all those upgrades in game. So for perks, whenever you buy a perk, the first one is free, and then you can buy it again for an increased price, but it also increases the effect. So we have more health. We went from 100 health to 150 to 200, and then we can get all the way to 300 health by getting up to tier 4, and tier 4 is the highest that it goes. A lot of people don't like how you upgrade your perks in game. It's really a like a personal thing. Like, it comes down to like personal preference. I didn't really mind the out of game progression that Cold War had, but I also really do enjoy the in-game progression that Vanguard has. Like, it makes it so you can't really set up immediately, and that you're almost always working for something till a lot later in the game. Unlike for Cold War, you stay in the starting room for like 8 rounds and then you're set up. One criticism I will say is that I do think a lot of the perks are kind of boring. There's not a lot to them. You have Jug, which increases your health. You have what I just bought, like, they're not called Juggernog or Speed Cola. They're called like I don't even know what they're called. Demonic Damage or something, or Fatal Fetus, or I don't know. Oh, go away. Would love a minute to just. Here we go. Oh, stay away. We're good. So yeah, the perks overall are kind of boring. Jug just gives you more health and nothing really else. Unlike Cold War, where it's like, you get health and you will also survive a fatal hit. Quick Revive will increase your health regen quicker. Dead Shot, which it's not called Dead Shot, it's the yellow perk I just bought. People call it Dead Shot, I'm calling it Dead Shot. It increases critical damage, so like headshots for zombies, and that's really it. You have speed cola that increases your reload speed, and stamina up that increases your sprint speed. And that's really about it when it comes to perks. They're kind of bland, they're kind of boring, but they do the job that they need to do. There we go. Since the point system is a lot different and you're earning a lot of points by doing objectives, Pack-a-Punch instead of 5,000 is 750, which I'm not that big of a fan of, but whatever. I'm gonna use my demonic hearts on the Tome of Rituals to upgrade my Frost Blast. These actually have like the sort of progressions that Cold War perks have. So Frost Blast, it freezes all the enemies in the vortex. The radius of the vortex is doubled. You get more charges, and normal zombies that become frozen are insta-killed when damaged. Which I don't know why it just says normal zombies, because that also works on some boss zombies as well. Let's do Harvest. I hope what I'm saying right now makes sense. The salvage mechanic comes back from Cold War, except instead of it being your normal salvage and your high grade salvage, it's just one salvage. You can't buy a lot of stuff with the salvage. You can buy a death machine, a war machine, and a self-revive when it comes to like your big score streaks. That's really it, which they're pretty good, but you usually don't really want to use them just because they're not that useful. Or like if you get them like from a zombie drop, they're good, but I would never go on my way to buy one. But then you get your standard frags, throwing knife, semtex. I don't even know if there's semtex in this game. Yeah, there's Ganon bombs, which are kind of like semtexes, except they explode on contact. And then your tacticals, your flashbangs, your decoys, your monkey bombs. It's a lot less in-depth than it was in Cold War. You have Molotovs, which really, I would say Ganon bombs and decoys are the only ones that are worth using. Maybe monkey bombs, but monkey bombs aren't as useful as they were in Cold War. Heck, they weren't even that useful in Cold War. Okay. Let's see here. And also, armor comes back from Cold War. And unlike there being an armor station, you get your armor from the crafting table. Or the buildable table, whatever. No, the crafting table, that's what it's called. I forgot the exact amount of points that you need for each, but it's a good amount. And that's one of the criticisms I have with Vanguard, where it seems like you really have to work. Or maybe that's not a criticism. It's a change of pace compared to Cold War. Because there's like games where like you won't get full armor for a long time and you just kind of have to work for it. So it really is kind of a change of pace. And I don't know if I like that or I don't like it. Let's talk enemies. You have your normal zombies as well as your boom shriers, which are the red guys. They run up to you, they explode. If you remember tormentors from Mauer der Toten, they're essentially the same thing. There's also two other enemies that we'll talk about when we see them. You have Sturmkriegers and Zabala. And yeah, we'll talk more about them. I have thoughts on them, on both of them. I actually have a story about Zabala. So yeah, so also, I'm gonna say this, there's no weapon rarity system like there was in Cold War. But if you hit the box, I'm just gonna hit the box just for the sake of this example. You see white. Okay, well that didn't really work out. You have an SVT. You'll see different colors. There's white, blue, purple, gold. The colors stand for what level of pack-a-punch they're on. So white is not pack-a-punch, blue is single packed, purple is double packed, and gold is triple packed. So you can't get higher rarities, but you can get packed weapons from the box. Speaking of packed weapons, we're going to back punch us. There we go. One feature that is missing from Cold War, which I'm very disappointed did not make it in, is the blueprint feature. Because in Cold War, you can make your own custom blueprint. Oh, where's my weapon? Oh, there it is. You can make your own custom weapon and then slap it on a weapon that you find. But it's not here in this game. So really what you get is what you get. And in a game that's so reliant on attachments, it doesn't really, it's not that good. Yeah, see, armor is a lot more expensive than it was in Cold War, especially since naturally you get less salvage than you would in Cold War. Now I'm just gonna loot some chests that are here. Monkey.
I'm ready to bust some motherfucker upside his
What?
head.
Oh, knife. Weird. Okay.
Snoop around long enough.
Accidentally picked up a knife. I want to get stamina, but I also don't want to do sacrifice, because transmit's pretty easy. Okay, if you're wondering why I'm not checking I keep on forgetting what they're called. This thing, what are they called? Oh no, I forgot. The Ultra Covenants. Yes, the Covenants. If you're wondering why I'm not checking the Covenants, it's because the Covenants upgrade over time. There's a bunch of different Covenants, and each Covenant has a different rarity to it. And as the rarity increases, the Covenant will get better and even have more, like, abilities to them. So what I like to do is, like, I like to put all my hearts into my specialist from the very start of the game so I can get that fully upgraded. And then after that, I will look at the Ultra of Covenants, see if there's something I want that's pretty high. I usually won't buy a blue Covenant. I will buy a purple one, maybe. But since you get a Covenant after every since you get a heart after every objective, it does make it a lot easier to just like try out a bunch of different Covenants. In round base, the Covenant system is still there, but you get a heart after every 3 rounds and the Covenant shuffle after every 1 round. So it does make it a lot harder to buy Covenants because sometimes you want to wait to see if there's a better one. So that's a discussion for the round-based maps once we get there, but for now, yeah. So what I've been doing is essentially just the gameplay loop of Vanguard. You do challenges to open the map, and once the map is open, you're able to do a random objective, or you can exfil. Or you can do the Void, which we'll talk about later. See, now it's purple. And we can see, oh, all these are great, but I'm going to wait to see if I can get better upgrades.
Every dog has his day.
Yo, Snoop Dogg. So, my Frost Blast is fully upgraded, and if I were to select loadout and change to another loadout, it would still keep my fully upgraded for regardless of what I do. We can do, let's do Blitz. We haven't done Blitz. trying to think if there's anything else I need to talk about. I might as well get this out of the way, talk about the Easter egg, in which there is no Easter egg. There's technically is an Easter egg that I put in huge quotes. It was added post-launch before the release of the second map, to kind of like introduce a new character for the second map. Because each of our specialist abilities are linked to a different demon or god or whatever they are. And I kind of like that. It's sort of like they're trying to figure out how to change or how to fix the issue that people have with lacking a set crew. And I can appreciate what they're trying to do here. I never really cared about the lack of a set crew because we still have defined characters. Like in Cold War, we had Weaver and Gray and Carver and Strauss. And in this game, we have Kraft and all of the gods, Invictor, Bellacar, the other ones. But yeah, dude, I love how the flaming windmill, like this game looks so good. I love the art style so much. Oh, here we go. Okay, this is a Sturmkrieger. It's a zombie with a minigun. Here's the thing, even though he has a minigun and he shoots at you, he doesn't do a lot of damage. Plus, like even without a shotgun, he's not that hard to kill. Like, maybe he can be... Oh. Let me... Yep. If you just have a packed weapon, you can kill him quickly. Or, if you have a fully upgraded Frost Blast, I'll show you what you can do with it next time a Stormkrieger spawns. Yeah, usually you would upgrade this weapon by now, but... I mean, headshots are still kind of killing. There we go. Sometimes when I just want to kill some zombies, I will just jump into a game of Anfang and just kill zombies. Like, it's not the most engaging mode, but in the lower rounds, it can be kind of like mindless fun while I have like YouTube in the background. Okay, check it. Let's just say you have a fully upgraded Frost Blast and... Oh, hold on, it's an insta-kill. I'll wait for the insta-kill to be done, just so it doesn't ruin my, my example. I'm like, oh, I'm playing around my gun. I don't have a pack-punch gun, but oh no! There's a Sturmkrieger here. And my... Oh, there's two Sturmkriegers! And I don't have ammo! Let's Frost Blast. Boop! Boop! There we go. That was a late boop. MP40, okay. And sometimes they can drop weapons, and even like ray guns sometimes. Which I will say, I remember when the ray gun came out in Vanguard, it was not, I don't even think they really adjusted it since it came out. But when it's unpack-a-punched, it's really bad. But once you pack-a-punch it, it's about on par as it was in Cold War. And anyone who says that it's not either hasn't used it that much or they're just flat out lying. I'm sorry. I feel like if there's anyone that you can trust with Cold War mechanics and how like the game works, it's me, because I've played this game a lot. It's not my favorite, but I wouldn't say it's the worst we've ever seen. I really, like, to this day, I don't understand the vitriolic hate that this game gets. Like, it's a bit over the top, if you ask me. Okay, it's purple. Scrapper could be good. We can gain more salvage. We'll slap that on for now. Okay, yeah, let's save for more, or hold on, real quick, let me buy some more health regen. And we can get going. Okay, so yeah, I don't know if I ever finished my discussion on the Easter egg, but there's not really an Easter egg here. There's something you can do for, like, it's essentially a radio with extra steps. I don't really care. So we're just going to ignore that and play the game as you would normally.
Belikar and I collaborated on that.
Now let's talk about the objectives. The objectives are fine. My issue is that there's only like 5 of them. Like transmit, the blitz, which is essentially like holdout, harvest, and I don't remember the names, but there's 5 of them and they're not all that interesting. Except I lied, because there's 6, because we have Void, which is essentially like a pseudo mini round-based experience, which I actually think is a lot of fun. It's sort of like a mini survival map within a zombies map. And I think that's really cool. Like, I wish the objectives were more varied. I wish we had more objectives. Because a lot of the times you're just doing the same thing over and over again. And it can get kind of stale. That's what I'll say against this game. Like, the objectives can get super stale. But they're far from, like, unbearable or whatever the community is trying to say. Like, I feel like the community has a vendetta against Vanguard as an idea than the actual game itself. Like, a lot of people hated this game when it was, like, even being leaked. Like, oh, another World War II game. We've had too many World War II games. We've had 2 before this. We had World at War and World War II. Oh, but you have all the ones before COD 4. Those... Tell me you've actually played those. You can't, because you haven't, because no one has. Like, it's not like how, like, your standard Call of Duty with, like, a multiplayer with, like, the same mechanics. Like, it's different. It's really different. I'm gonna get more armor. Let's keep doing some of these while I still try to set up. So, like, I understand how you can say we've had too many World War II Call of Duty games when we've had 6 Modern Warfares in counting. It's so, like, backwards in a way. Like, granted, I'm pretty sure people are getting sick of Modern Warfare now, but still. I remember when Modern Warfare 2 was announced and people were praising it. Look at how that game went. Oh, that's Zabala. Zabala is an enemy where she kind of... Hold on. Go away. Go away. I can't let that fill up. So she'll kind of circle around and she'll do these, like, blast attacks. Hold on. And how you kill her is essentially you shoot her in the head a bunch of times. Oh, they're moving. Hold on, I'll have her follow me up here. This enemy was terrible at launch. It launched with the second map and was retroactively put in Anfang, which I do not like at all. Like, since this map is very close quarters, she doesn't really fit in here well. So yeah, boom, she's dead. So that was pretty easy, but at launch, it was not that easy because you would shoot her, or like you could only shoot her during the like while she's attacking or something. And once you do enough damage, she would become invincible for a few seconds, and then you could shoot her a little bit, and then she'll become invincible, and then you shoot her a bit. There's 3 phases to her, and she just became a huge nuisance. But then after that, they kind of patched it to where you can really shoot her at any time, but she still has, like, the invincibility phases. And people were still annoyed. Like, it was kind of better, but it was still really unbearable. So So I remember one day, I think I was on vacation when this happened. Treyarch tweeted out, yo, we got an update. Here's like the update for zombies or something like that. Oh, we're moving. So I responded to that tweet and I'm like, hey, you have any plans to nerf Zavala? And Treyarch actually responded to me and they were like, hey, we already put out a patch to make Zavala easier. What else were you thinking, like would you like to see get changed? And that was, and everyone was commenting, yo, you need to take away her invincibility frames. And that was like a really cool moment where Treyarch was like, hey, we kind of did this. Is this what you want to see, or was there something else? Like, we know that Treyarch is willing to listen. And I really do appreciate that. So yeah, now Zavala has no invincibility phases, no specific times where you have to shoot her. You just blast her in the head. And now I think she's finally a balanced enemy. She's not a great enemy. In fact, like, I would say, like, pre-patch Zavala, like, day one Zavala, was one of the worst enemies in all of zombies. Like, up there with EMZs. But now she's finally okay. Okay, so, gold, what we got? Crit, oh, that's perfect. Non-critical hits have a higher chance to get crits. So now watch. Let me find the zombie. Let me find the... Oh, okay, we can do purge. Oh, hold on. We also got a lot of salvage. There we go. Let me... Boom. Boomfire critical kill. I'm shooting at their feet. Critical kill. You're gone. Like, the critical expertise was so good when trying to get Dark Ether, because it really, like regardless of where you shoot, there's a pretty good chance it's gonna be a crit. So yeah, that's fun. Was there anything else? I mean, dead accurate's pretty good, but not really with a shotgun. I'm gonna buy more jug.
The more medicated, the more dead.
I think at this point, I'm just gonna try to wait to see if I can get a ray gun. I'm not sure how long I'm gonna play this for. There's definitely a few other things I want to do in this. I will say, even though they did add in some content to Anfang, it's still missing some stuff that I would say is a staple for a zombies map, or even like the bare minimum. Like, there's no like unique wonder weapon. And when I say unique, I'm not saying like, oh, it's a new wonder weapon that they had to make and create. I mean just like a wonder weapon other than the ray gun. Like, it's fine if you want to bring like the Wonder Waff back or like the VR11, but having nothing to like replace it, like just the ray gun, it's kind of disappointing. Like, I would love like a unique wonder weapon, like a brand new wonder weapon that they made for this map, but sometimes it's not always an option. Oh, that's a self-revive. You can only hold one. Let me kind of stand here. So yeah, it's unfortunate, but that's just kind of the ugly truth. I need a longer range weapon. I mean, this is doing pretty good. Good max. Let me fall. Okay. Two more. Both in here. So, if you're still not convinced about this game, and you still think I'm like, you're like, oh, this looks boring. Once again, I would like to say, I don't blame you. I don't blame you. It's definitely not for everyone. But you haven't seen the Void yet. So we're going to hop into the Void for a few rounds and come back out and sub some more. So I said that the Void was like a mini round-based map. Yeah, a mini survival round-based map within another zombies map, and I think that's cool. But unfortunately, the resources in the Void are pretty slim. You have a pack-a-punch machine. Yeah. Oh, sorry. You also have a ammo crates to buy ammo. Like that, like every other zombie doesn't drop ammo.
Tastes like cognac mixed with puke. Better be some mouthwash around here.
Okay, let's head up here. So I think the Void makes Anfang a lot more enjoyable because it's just a hectic time from beginning to end. I got a good feeling.
Let's get this started.
I've made it to round 100 on Anfang, I want to say twice, and I'm going to be going for a third time sometime soon. I'm not really sure. In fact, if you're watching this right now, I'm probably live on Twitch right now playing Vanguard. I haven't really decided what map I'm going to play, but I'm going to get to round 100 on a Vanguard map. So yeah, we have zombies spawning, and now this is like a standard round-based experience. Granted, it's round 9, so they're... Oh yeah, do you want to see something funny? I don't know why they do this, but I'm putting on Energy Mine. For some reason, in the round-based maps, like the actual round-based maps of this game, Energy Mine sucks. It will only do 300 damage, even though it kills infinitely on this game. Or, like, on Anfang and Terra Maldicta. I don't know why they made it like that. Or, like, that wasn't a conscious choice. It's obviously a bug that was never fixed. But let me real quick try to get a... Okay, I'm gonna have to end the round real quick. I'm gonna have to get one of my energy mines ready. Oh, that's the same weapon I have. I'm doing fine. I don't know what you're talking about. Okay, so fun fact. Energy mines can actually... Oh, he just walked through that wall. Energy mines can one-shot Zabalas. And when I say one-shot Zabalas, I don't mean you place it down, a Zabala runs through it, it activates, and it kills her. Like... Obviously, yeah, it can do that, and it does do that, but that's not what I'm necessarily referring to right now. Let's wait for a Zabala to spawn in. Oh, I think I heard one. I definitely heard one. Where is she? Where are you? There. So, hello Zabala. Hold on, I'll wait for you to go in. When I say it one-shots Zabala, I mean, y'all run to her. Boop. It hasn't even exploded yet. Oh, she dropped a ray gun. Thank you, Zabala. I love you. So yeah, you just drop the energy mine on her, and it just insta-kills her. Like, it doesn't even have to explode. So when I high round on this, I camp right here. I go right here, and when I see a Zabala, I just boop. Now, the sucky part about the Void is once you're in here, you're locked in here for 3 rounds minimum. So if you need to get out to get perks or a self-revive or whatever, you're gonna have to get good. Oh boy, I don't have... Okay, I got revive. Okay, let me show off the non-packed ray gun. Keep in mind, this is round 11. it's pretty bad. Like, yeah, it kind of tips him over, but... And then kill him that well. Oh, it doesn't even one-shot a Boomshire. That's so bad. But once you do upgrade this, it gets a lot better, I promise. Like, let's leave. Also, I don't really know why it does this, but...
You have cost me enough time and effort. I will be free.
Chord effects. Ooh. Oh, he ate us! Okay. So we're back. Ooh.
We must discuss
All
what you
these are
just
good.
experienced. The things you saw. That spellbook page. The energy anchors. Come see me.
Sure.
I'm gonna wait. Let's... Oh, I can't even afford that. It's 30k. Let's pack this once. I will say the pack camo is pretty good. Okay. So, it still struggles. Oh, drop another... Nope, that's not even a ray gun. That's a jam canner. Goodbye. Yep, I need to fully pack all my weapons. So, what... we can start with, packing, or with upgrading perks. Let's start with upgrading perks, because we're gonna earn a lot of points. Let's start with you. Okay, so Jug and Speed Cola are fully upgraded. And now they're starting to drop, like, really good stuff. Yep, good. Let's do Blitz. I'm not a big fan of Blitz, but I don't really have another choice. Oh, I really don't like the screen shaking effect that the ray gun has. It's kind of, like, distracting. Oh, 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 oh. Oh. Oh, that was weird. Hope the video's okay. My OBS froze. Okay, that was weird. To be fair, this is the first time I've recorded Vanguard on my PC. Because I would usually play it on my PlayStation, but... I have the PS4 version of Vanguard downloaded, but that genuinely looks terrible, so... So this is gonna have to do. And once it's fully Pack-a-Punch, it gets really good. I promise. I will say there's a Covenant that increases damage to explosive weapons, and another one that makes you immune to your own splash damage for explosive weapons. For some stupid reason, I don't know what these people were smoking, but it doesn't work on the ray gun. None of them works with the ray gun. Honestly, if you want to get to like a high round, my best bet is like, the best thing that you can have is a rocket launcher. Like a rocket launcher with the Covenant that increases, or that gives you splash damage immunity. So that is what took me to round 100 on Shino Numa, the Archon, maybe this map? I don't really know. Really, the second map of this game, Terra Maldicta, that's the only map in this game I have not made round 100 on. I remember doing it on stream and I died in the 80s in the objective. Hello. Oh. Okay, now they're starting to run a bit fast. Starting to get super sprinters, so... Oh, she's not dead. Where is she? Oh my gosh. Oh wow, she was not dead. I would love armor. Thank you. Okay, I can get full armor now. Another ray gun. Okay, I think we're good. There we go.
Try that again. I promise it
Okay.
will not go as well for you.
The next round, or I know I probably should have used spend points on Pack a Punch, but we're gonna get a lot of points in these higher rounds. What else we got here? Death Blow. Critical kills return 2 bullets to the clip. And while we have critical expertise, that makes it even better.
Each strike like this
So,
buys us time.
successive shots and any. I might as well take that instead of Scrapper. We don't really need Scrapper anymore since we got all of the salvage we'll need, at least for now.
The next best
If I need a self-res, that's gonna be a bit of a problem. Transmit's an easy one. We can just do that right now.
have a plan.
Let me see if I can buy this perk before I get teleported. There we go. Okay. Can we get much higher? Okay. Yeah, once you start doing, like, objectives in, like, the higher rounds, you get a lot of points. I forgot what the max is. It might be 20k, but I'm not entirely sure. Like, I would say round 13 is starting to get high up there. Like, I would say, like, round 10 is the new round 30. And round 30 is sort of like the equivalent to round 50. And then once you... I forgot when, like, the health cap is, because there is a health cap in this game, like there is in Cold War and BO4. I'm not exactly sure what round all the zombies become super sprinters and what round they stop getting more health. As you can see in my ammo, like, I'm constantly getting more ammo back by just killing zombies. And it makes it so I can just spam this thing. There we go. Skadoosh. Okay. Let me see how much I can drink. Oh. One more. Dang it. I almost have all perks. I should also mention, if you ever go down... Ooh, Unholy Ground. That's pretty good. Nah, I think I like what I have right now. If you go down, you will only lose 1 level of your perks. So, everything that I have now would go to level 3 or 2, depending on what they are now. So depending on, like, how many times in a row you go down, like, you could, like, be out thousands and thousands of points. Oh boy. Okay. This might be rough, but with our new upgrade in perks and covenants, this shouldn't be too hard. Yeah, they're really starting to super sprint now.
Nazi zombies? That's about as fucked up as it gets.
They gather at the site. You know what to do.
Nope. So, fun fact, I struggle calling this a fact because I don't know if it's true. But this is to my knowledge, the only objective where if you fail, your game just ends. I learned that the hard way. I don't think... Like, obviously, Blitz, you can't really fail that unless you go down. Escort, you can't really fail that unless you go down. The one where you have to stand on the ruins, if you don't get them all in time, a bunch of zombies will spawn. You just gotta kill them. And, what's the other one? The the one where you have to get the runes and put them in there. You can't really fail that unless you go down. So yeah, this is the only objective. And then Void, you can't fail that unless you go down. You can have your game end by failing this challenge, this objective, and like not go down, which I think is kind of garbage. Just make it so if you fail, it just spawns in a bunch of boss zombies. Like, or even like make you lose points. Just don't end the game. That's kind of garbage. But then again, you do need like some risk. But like you can put in a risk without having the game end. Like to be fair, Outbreak kind of had that problem as well, where like if you fail a bunch of the missions, you'll just go down. Or not, no. If you fail a bunch of the missions, your game will end. Sorry. I feel like Modern Warfare 3 zombies. Oh, I'm on the right spot. I was not paying attention. Modern Warfare 3 zombies kind of fixes this issue to where you're able to cancel contracts, and if you fail them, then oops, you failed them. Just move on to the next one. So, again, like I said in my Outbreak video, like, Treyarch is trying to figure out how to make objective zombies work. And I would love to see a fleshed out, objective-based zombie mode. Like, as well as round-based. Like, I don't want objective zombies to completely replace round-based. But having, like, a more fleshed out version of this, or Outbreak, or Modern Warfare 3, like, I think it could be really good. Okay.
You deny Von List a shortcut to victory.
A blow against the Nazi is a victory for life itself.
True. Okay. Let's keep going till we get more, like ooh. Maybe Splatterfest does kind of work with... We'll try it. Does it work with... I know that the Covenant that protects you from explosive damage doesn't work against the ray gun, but Splatterfest? I don't know if it's a chance or it's guaranteed. Like, granted, this is still kind of low. Yo, it did work. Okay, so I take that back. Splatterfest does work, but the Covenant that essentially gives you PhD does not work. Before I pack this again, we're just going to get our last perk, and now we can kind of work on packing.
Craft here. Our dark ether beachhead is infested with augmenters.
Alright. We just need to upgrade our weapons one more time each, and then we're essentially all set up. So if we were to, like, high round, we would go into the Void, or you could just strictly stick to the objective missions, which I wouldn't recommend doing on this map, but it's always an option if you prefer. Like, you can really choose kind of how you want to play. Kind of. I can't take that back. One criticism that both this game and Outbreak has is that you can't really choose what mission you want to do. So like, oh, I got Blitz. I don't want to do Blitz. Well, too bad. You gotta do Blitz. Oh, I don't really feel like doing, Purge. I don't really like that one. Well, you gotta do it anyway, or you can spend 3 rounds in the Void. I guess that's kind of like a way, like, if you really, really don't want to do an objective on this map, you can just go to the Void for 3 rounds. But that's not really a solution. It's more like a band-aid fix. Modern Warfare 3 does kind of fix that to where, like, the whole map is open with different objectives, and you can kind of essentially pick what you want. Where's... Okay, they're both over here. So, my solution would be to have, like, 3 different portals open, or at least, like, 2. Like, at the bare minimum, 2. There's 5 different objectives, let there be 2. 2 portals open, and they each have different challenges at different locations. And you can kind of, like, pick and choose what you want. You can do challenge number 1, challenge number 2, or you can go to the Void. That would be my solution to that.
Spades as foul
Or even better, another solution that you could do, just make all the objectives fun. That's something you could do. That's not a terrible idea. Like, I like the purge, like we just did. I like the transmit. There's not too many that I just straight up dislike. Okay, so this is double packed. We're on round 16. Let's see how well this does. Okay. Sturmkrieger. It doesn't do a lot against the Sturmkrieger, but to be fair, I don't think it will ever do a lot against the Sturmkrieger. Same thing with Zabala. But yeah, Harvest. We could do Harvest just because I need more points. Probably by the time we make to round 20, we should have enough points to double pack both weapons. And then I want to spend a few rounds in the Void, then we can wrap it up. So yeah, this video is actually going to be a lot longer than I thought it would. I'm sure like most people would think that this map barely has enough content or things to talk about for like 20 minutes. But if you like, it's a lot, I don't want to say deeper. I mean, it kind of is kind of deeper if you really look into it. I just wish that there were more like side eggs, like side content, like give us a way to like guarantee a ray gun at the minimum, or give us a or like just really anything, like a free pack-a-punch tier. There's technically an Easter egg in this map, but not really. It's not recognized by the official zombie leaderboards as an Easter egg. But I've seen a lot of people recognize it as one. And I've seen people do it, and it's not really interesting or fun at all. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh, I got a triple pack. There we go. Fill that up. And then I like to get 5 more runes. So then I can put 1 in, and then I just gotta pick up 1 for the next round and place it, and then we're done. Yeah, this is starting to fall off. I gotta upgrade my shotgun ASAP. Good. 1 more. Why can't nothing they put?
Chill, zombie. You off the clock now.
Chill. No! Let me! Hold on, I have an idea. Right now! Yo, this is... Oh, hold on. Yo, this is why, effing... Oh, that's a lot of points. Why, Frost Blast is so useful. Because it'll always kill zombies, and it'll slow them down, and it's just a lot easier to, use and stay alive with. Because for Ring of Fire, other than like a few high round methods, I don't think it's that useful in this game. Same thing with Ether Shroud. Like you will never see me use Ether Shroud unless it's used for an Easter egg, which I don't think it is. I know Ring of Fire is used for an Easter egg on the Archon, but I still don't have enough to triple pack. Really. I wish that there could be a way for you to switch out, like, sacrifice a demon heart in order to get more points, or even like a way to like spend points on demon hearts. But then again, that kind of like discourages you from doing the objectives. But I wish that you could sell your demon hearts for points, because by the time you make it to around 100, you're gonna have like tons and tons and tons of demon hearts just sitting there and doing nothing. Oh, this is gonna suck. So when Treyarch announced that they were pivoting from objective based to zombie based, or to zombie based, what? when they were pivoting from objective-based to round-based, I was kind of disappointed, to be honest, because I feel like this map had like a decent like base, and then it was in some ways improved by the next map. So I feel like if they would have just stuck to this formula, then they could have made it into something special. Like, granted, I do really enjoy the round-based maps on this game. Oh, how am I supposed to? Yeah, I do really enjoy the round-based maps in this game, but I don't know. I wish that they would have, if Treyarch was just given more time to work on this mode, then it would have probably ended up a lot better. Heck, even if it was like, say like an Exo Zombies thing, where, or like, I don't know if this actually happened with Exo Zombies. I know the first Exo Zombie map didn't come out till DLC 1, but now that we live in a world with free DLC, like, this shouldn't really be an excuse now. But I think what they should have done was like, yo, Treyarch's making zombies for Vanguard this year, but unfortunately, we need more time to bring you guys a great product. So why don't you guys give us a couple months, and we will be able to deliver you with a great experience. And then when Anfang would eventually release, it would be fleshed out, tons of different objectives, tons of different quality of life features, and it would just be a lot more fun. Granted, like, I do enjoy this. I do enjoy Anfang now, like, not how it was at launch, but like how it is now. I do enjoy it, and that's gonna cause a lot of people to be confused or even angry for some reason, because a lot of people get really angry when, a lot of people in the zombies community get angry when people like a game that they don't like, and I've never understood that. Just how a random stranger feels about a game shouldn't affect you in any way. I'm not gonna have this conversation again because I feel like I've been talking about it a lot. But there we go. Just barely survived. Okay, we need to pack my Einhorn revolving immediately. Okay. Triple packed. I don't really care. Let me buy armor. There's also another aspect of this game that is not, that I'm really disappointed with. And again, I don't blame it on Treyarch, at least for Anfang. Terra Maldicta we'll talk about when we get there, but I am disappointed in, for a lack of a better term, the jankiness of this game. Like, there's tons of like glitches and bugs and just like things that don't work properly. Like, the pause menu just barely works. Like, oh no, I gotta reload. Oh, let's pause. You saw I have one bullet left. Now I'm gonna unpause it and look at my ammo. Oh, I got full ammo. I got full ammo. What? I'm out of ammo. Oh, I got full ammo. I don't like doing this because, like, it feels bad. It feels wrong. It's definitely unintended, but the game technically still goes in the background when you pause it. It just lags the game so much that nothing moves. And, like, I don't understand why it took... I will say, this is kind of Treyarch's fault in a way. But at the same time, it's more Activision and maybe even Sledgehammer's fault, in a way. Why did they have so much trouble making a pause button for this game? This was never an issue, even back in World at War. Like, why can you pause your game? And now that I say it out loud, I know why that they couldn't do it. I know exactly why. It's because for some reason that I still don't understand to this day, every game of Vanguard Zombies when you're online, like, not even like playing online with other people, but like you're connected to the internet. Like right now, even what I'm playing right now, every game is connected to dedicated servers. Even when you're playing solo, which makes no sense. And I don't know why they decided to do that. I don't know if it was like a weird limitation that they had now of all times for some reason. But even like besides that, there's still like a lot of jank to this. Like you saw like earlier when I was in the void, or I think I was in the void, where like one of the zombies just walked through a barrier and just didn't jump over. They walked through it. Doors can get stuck. The game will like really stutter really bad, especially if you pick up a fire sale. Like it's so unpolished to like actually an embarrassing degree. And I don't know, I don't think there's one specific person that we can put the blame on for that. Besides Activision, this is definitely something that Activision could have avoided if they just wouldn't have rushed this game. Because keep in mind, allegedly, all allegedly, from concept to launch, Vanguard Zombies, or at least Anfang, had 4 months of development. 4 months. 4 months.
Is proud of you.
And that's really sad to see a team, a really talented team, get so crunched like that. And it was at the point where like it released and people weren't like, oh, I can't believe Activision would do this. They would force a game out like this without making sure it was polished or good to go. Instead, everyone was like, boo Treyarch. Treyarch screwed up. Treyarch can't make a good game anymore. Treyarch sucks. Treyarch blah, blah, blah. When it's not, at least for Anfang, it's not Treyarch's fault. Like, I don't know if Treyarch wanted to make an objective-based map. We will unfortunately never know that. But what we do know is that Outbreak had some of the highest player numbers in all of zombies. So we know that Activision knows that the objective-based formula was pulling in the player numbers. So most likely, the working theory that people have is Activision saw the high numbers for Outbreak and they're like, yo, we want you to replicate what you did in Outbreak for this game, for Vanguard, Call of Duty Vanguard, and we want you to make an objective-based zombie mode, and we want to put it in this next Call of Duty game. Also, by the way, we know that you're working on your own game, so we're gonna pull like half of your dev team to work on Vanguard. Also, this game releases in 4 months, so you better start now. Anfang failed because of Activision, not because of Treyarch, and I will die on that hill. Unless something comes out like an interview where Treyarch was like, yo, they asked us to make round-based, but we wanted to make it objective-based. Or it was like, we thought the game was good to be released as is, so we launched it as is, which I don't think that's ever gonna happen. By the way, fully packed ray gun. It's about on par with Cold Wars. It kills Sturmkrieger fairly quickly. It kills zombies fairly quickly. Zabala, I still wouldn't recommend you use against Zabala. So yeah. And even now, I think Vanguard Zombies failed because of a lack of time from Treyarch to give the game polish and a lack of time to make the game,
You got any idea how much this
to, put all the ideas that I'm sure that they had to, like, this game did not have enough time in the oven. Not just from, like, a glitchy standpoint, but from, like, a conception standpoint. Like, they needed more time to come up with new ideas for, like, Easter eggs or other side content. But they just weren't given that time. And it sucks to see them just get all this hate for a situation that they were put in, whether they wanted to or not. And it sucks so bad, and I feel bad for all of the devs who poured their heart, their soul, their blood, sweat, and tears into this game mode, and have people call it one of the worst pieces of garbage they've ever experienced. And I'm not giving Vanguard a pass just because it's Treyarch. Because if I truly think that something is poorly designed and something was just like not fun to play, I'll call them out on that. And I can say like, oh, I'm not a fan of this game, but it's never okay to attack the devs, no matter what. Just not in this situation. Just, it's not, don't do that. But I'm gonna say it. Looking at Vanguard Zombies as a whole, I know it's too early to be talking about Vanguard Zombies as a whole, but looking at this game as a whole, I think Treyarch did their best with what they were given. And I truly believe that. They were put in a bad situation where they had to make a brand new game in 4 months, and I think they did their best. And you can see in like the interviews and the promotion leading up to Vanguard that a lot of the zombie devs were really passionate about this mode. And like they really love what they made. And you can tell that. And even them listening to the player base over the course of the whole season really shows that they care about this. So I'm sure a lot of them were crushed to see people just attacking them for making a mode that just simply was bad because it's not the standard round based, or it's bad because it's on Vanguard, which is a game that people decided that they wouldn't like at conception. Like as soon as it was leaked, people decided that they would hate it. And it just makes me feel sad. I feel bad for the people at Treyarch. But talking about Anfang now, I've experienced Anfang, I've played Anfang. How do I truly feel about Anfang? Do I think that this is the worst map in all of Zombies? Honestly, it doesn't even make my top 10. Because I think the overall vision of this map is, dare I say, pretty solid. Like, I appreciate a lot of the stuff that they tried to do, and even though on paper it may not have worked as well as they would have wanted it to, I was really interested in this objective-based formula, and I wanted to see what else that they could have done with it. It's unfortunate that I've always wondered what else they were planning on doing for the rest of this DLC season. Like, what other maps did they have planned? Where were we planning on going? Where was the story supposed to go? And I'm not saying that Vanguard Zombies is this like underrated masterpiece. Like, Anfang to me is like a 5 out of 10 experience. We're like, I don't even think I can rank it like that, because people see a 7 out of 10 and think that it's the worst thing ever. To me, like, 5 out of 10 means like it's perfectly average. Like, There's some good aspects and there's some bad aspects, but it's overall a pretty, at least a halfway decent experience. But, yeah, but that's a totally different conversation for another day. I think that Vanguard Zombies, I will say I think this game gets too much hate. Especially from, no, but let me rephrase that. I think Vanguard Zombies gets too much blind hate from people who just want to jump on the bandwagon and complain about a game they've never played before. If you bought this game and you played at least all the maps at least once, and then you think that this is the worst thing you've ever played, fair. I'm not going to argue with you. Because you can't really control what you like and what you don't like. So, I'm never going to shame people for liking something that I don't like or not liking something that I like. I think, like, that whole culture is really toxic. But I will say that... Oh, nice. Okay, I got that mission done. I will say, I don't think enough people gave Vanguard a chance. I'm not saying that people should like this. I'm saying that they should give it a fair chance. So that's going to be my call to action for today. If you bought... Oh, it's kind of lagging. If you bought Vanguard at one point and you're like, oh, this is terrible, I don't like it, so I'm never going to play again, I'm going to boycott it, like our best friend Mr. T. Alexify said, I highly recommend that you give it another chance. Like, play all these maps at least once. Even if I were to say, like, play one map, like, just play Shinonuma. Like, I'll talk a lot about Shinonuma once we get there, but at least give this map a chance. But, I would highly encourage you to check out all of these maps. And you don't have to like them, because they're not, like, the best things of all time. Like, I don't think I would put... Oh, actually, I would probably put Shinonuma in my top 20, but I don't think any of the other three maps make it to my top 25 Zombies maps. But, hey, if you're going to hate on something, at least play it so you know what you're talking about, so you just don't look stupid. But also, I'm not going to ask you to buy a $70 game to play this. Like, I'm saying if you already have it and you tried it and you hated it and you never touched it again, I would recommend you play it again. Or even if you have a console, you can, like, go to, like, a video game reseller and buy it for, like, dirt cheap, like $5, and you can play it. And I would say this is worth it for $5. But yeah, I think I'm going to end it here. I could talk about this mode for a while, and I plan on doing that tomorrow for the next map, Terra Maldicta. So that's it for Anfang. Thank you so much for watching. It means a lot to me. Subscribe if you haven't already. And I just want to say first, Mr. T. Lexify told us to go enjoy Anfang like the foul cretin we are. And I think I did that today. So, yeah, thanks for watching, and I will see you next time. Okay, see ya.